Hey, it's Tanya with Red Cardinal Crafts, and today I am urban sketching in Hawaii. We're staying at the Fairmont Kilani in Wailea, and I'm just sketching the lobby here, and it's kind of a complicated sketch, so I'm working with pencil. So I'm trying to do a bit of a panoramic view of the lobby here. This is my sketchbook that I brought the last time we were here, and I'll just show you how it started out. That was our Hawaiian vacation, and I started off by drawing all the islands. So we are here in Maui, right about here, and we came 2 years ago for our 20th anniversary. We did a little bit of the plane there, and then every morning or every day, I would go out and sketch a little bit of the hotel. So when we came this time, I figured I would bring my sketchbook back with me. And this is, I think, one of my favorite paintings from the last time. I just loved the blue that I used there. I found it was very bold. This is a big fountain. I did this on my last day, and I'd like to go back in and do a little bit more color with that. This was just on Tuesday when we flew here, and I had a great view of the airplane from our gate. And then this was Wednesday. This was out in front of our villa that we're staying in. And this was up at the pool. And I was sketching, and then Scott came and sat right here in front of me. I still have a little bit to add to that one. There was a couple flowers and stuff. And then this was yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to sketch because I didn't bring my sketchbook with me, but we went to see some turtles at Hopuka. I can't say the names of anything here. There was some turtles, and then we had lunch at the Flatbread Pizza Company. So I took photos, and I'm going to just insert those here because I feel bad I didn't do any drawing yesterday. And then of course today I'm doing this urban sketch. All I have with me is my beach bag. I have my sticky eraser, my pencil, and then inside here, once I'm done my sketch, I've got my sunscreen. I just did it's like a bikini bag. It's to keep your bathing suit dry. I have my daily sketch journal, and I have this is my daily sketch journal, and this is my sketchbook where I do my daily sketches in here. Let's see what yesterday was. Sorry, I'm right by the lobby so you can hear cars and everything. That's when we went to see the turtles. That was the day before, and I bought a ukulele. My daily sketch journal, I have not caught up with that one in a few days. Let me see where I left off. I think I left off on the Saturday before we came. I have to draw something there, but I have to get it off on my phone. So this was Sunday before we even left to come here, so it's going to start on Tuesday. So I feel bad I haven't got caught up with that yet. But anyway, so I have some more sketching to do in there. And then I brought a whole bag. This is my paper towel I use when I'm using my paint. And then these are the markers that I brought with me. I could swear I packed a pink marker and I can't find it, so I worry that it fell out of my bag somewhere. It's most likely in my craft room, and I just didn't bring it. The markers that I brought are just these Faber-Castell markers. I just brought the small and the fine. I think that's what those stand for. And then this is my water brush, which I love, love, love this thing. So that's my pencil case, basically. And then I have my sun hat. I have my camera, which the battery died just as I was coming up to do this. And then I have my large paint palette that I have in here. And this stuff I brought right on the plane in my carry-on. So this is my large Winsor & Newton paint palette that I have. So that's what I've been using. And I brought this with me last time. So I could have brought my little travel one that has, I think, 12 colors with it, but I wanted to have more of an array of colors. So yeah, and for any of you that are nervous about urban sketching, nobody cares what I'm doing here right now. Like, do you care where that guy's going with his backpack? No. Does he care what I'm doing at this chair? No. Is that guy over there in the sunglasses possibly watching me? Maybe. I don't know. He's probably thinking it's weird that I'm talking to my phone. That lady's just walking by. She doesn't care. So that's the thing you have to get over with urban sketching, is it's a little weird, but that for the most part, nobody really cares what you're doing. Like, these guys are going to the front desk. People are walking by going to breakfast. It's the same in the city like if you're sketching in a city, it's the same thing. Like you feel really nervous and self-conscious in the beginning, and then after a while you don't care. And some people might come up. I had people come up, I actually wrote about it in that sketch that I did, this one here. We were sitting by the adult pool, and I said a young couple walked by and commented on my artwork and were amazed, and that was cool. So some people will come up and go, oh my gosh, do you mind if I take a look? And it's like, no, go ahead. Some people just stand there and walk away. Like, it doesn't matter. No one cares. So yeah, you just kind of have to get over that initial, like, holy crap, people are watching me. So I have another video that I'm going to show you. It's urban sketching inside, and I filmed it back, I think it was last fall. We went up to BC for a hockey game, and I sketched in our hotel room, and I just sketched looking out the window. So that's another option that you can do if you're just starting to get used to urban sketching. And actually, I'm pretty impressed with myself right now that I'm doing this video, because I've been wanting to do an urban sketching video, and I didn't know how to get that going because I just haven't had a chance to go urban sketching yet this summer. I've had a chance, I just haven't done it, to be honest. So yeah, so I'm gonna get back to doing this. Not totally sure what time it is right now. Let me do a time check here. Okay, it's just turning 7 o'clock in the morning. I was gonna sketch down by the beach and everything, but the sprinklers had been on and everything's kind of wet right now, so I didn't want to do that. And I woke this morning around 5 o'clock to the smell of smoke, and I kind of panicked a little bit, and then I was like, it smells like barbecue, that's a little weird. And they're roasting a pig down on the beach today. There's a lot of people here at the hotel. There's a Edward Jones financial conference going on. So there's a lot of people around, so they must be doing a pig roast tonight, because I think a lot of them fly out tomorrow, and then there's a whole other group arriving tomorrow. So I think there's about 400 people at the hotel here just for that. There's a lot of people around. But yeah, I woke up to the smell of pig, and I just couldn't hack it. I went down to check it out, and I'm like, no, I can't look at the pig, so it was freaking me out a little bit. Anyway, so I'm gonna get back to sketching, and I will show you my sketch after this. And then at 9 o'clock this morning, I'm going for a ukulele lesson with my family, and then we're gonna learn how to make leis. So it's a pretty cool place to be urban sketching today. So I'll come back at the end and show you my painting. And alrighty, hang on. I got a lot more to do. Just a sec. And I'm trying to like film above me. I'll show you for a few seconds my sketching, but it's a little hard to do when you're holding a phone above your head. Hang on. So I have people in my painting right now, or my drawing, in my way, but that's okay. You just gotta ignore them, and you just kind of move on. A little bird over here having some breakfast. But I have pretty much the edge of this counter over there, and then there's the large plant up above that. I was having a little trouble with this bulkhead thing, but I got that sorted out. So again, like I said, it's a little hard to hold the camera and do this, so I might only do this for a couple minutes here. With the other paintings that I did, all these other ones, I literally just went in with my paint first, and then I go in with my marker. The airplane I did sketch out because I'm not that great at drawing an airplane, so I wanted to go in. This one here, what I'll do though, is I'll go in and plot everything out with my watercolor, because then if I make a mistake, it's easy to go back and kind of paint over it. I go in really light initially. I love this little lady sitting here reading her magazine. That was really fun. And the funny story about this is there was a lady down to the right of this, and she had had a little too much to drink that afternoon, and she dropped her phone in the pool, and then she walked down the little steps, and she had her hat on, and she was like fully dressed, and she just totally went in, and her hat was like floating. Oh my god, it was the funniest. Everybody around the pool was like cracking up. So it's fun to have that memory, and yes, we have some photos of our trip, but it's kind of neat to capture it like this. Some crazy birds around here. And then I just kind of went in and didn't kind of color any more of this, because I loved the focus just being on the tent and this lady with her magazine and these bushes. So I love the colors that are used here, like the yellows and the blues, and then a little bit of the green. So I just find that one really stands out from all the other pictures. This is actually Scott sitting in his beach hat. I had been sitting there with him, and we went over and we were watching a football game. It was, here it is. It was Hawaii playing California college football. They were playing in Australia. Australia had invited them over. This is our villa from last time. This was Villa 11 that we stayed in, and now we're just a couple more away. We're in Villa 14. It was very nice. The GM here, Scott, actually used to work for him in Bermuda. He's the one that hired Scott to work in Bermuda. And his journey has led him to work here now. So it's nice that we know people at really nice hotels. So he's taking care of us. We're actually going out to dinner with him this evening, so it'll be nice. So I'm just going to draw this little desk area. I think I've gone too far with that. So yeah, I think just because this one is a big 2-page spread, I just wanted to go in with the pencil first, just so I didn't screw this up. Because I did have trouble over here, like I said, with that bulkhead part. Sorry, I'm trying to hold this and do this at the same time. And I just go in really light. I will go in with marker and stuff afterwards. So there's just it's this plant I'm trying to capture. That one right there on top of the desk. So I'm a little far away, so you don't get all the exact details. There is a little picture frame on the counter, so I'm just trying to judge how far this goes up past that picture frame. It's kind of twice the height. And you know what? If you're showing this picture to anybody afterwards, like if you've done an urban sketch of something, it's your version of it. It doesn't have to be exact. This is in no way exact. I don't know how many leaves are over there. I'm just kind of making it up. I just know there's a plant and it has some orange flowers, which I'll put in later. So I'm just representing some flowers. They look like bird of paradise, so I'll make them a little more spiky than I'm doing. And then there's some green leaves. And as you can see, when I do plants and stuff, I'm not doing exact plants. I'm just putting in bushes. There's palm trees in the background, but you can see how I represent the palm trees. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the rough idea of what it is. Here, there's like wind turbines going up this hill in the distance. So I just put the little lines there to represent that those were there. So again, there's like flowers and stuff here, and there's some leaves coming over the edge, like that. And then the counter comes out like this. And now see, people have left, so now I can focus back on the fountain. So don't get panicked if people show up and sit right in your viewing area. They will eventually move on. So I'm gonna go because I know my family's gonna be up here within the next probably 45 minutes for breakfast. So I'm going to go and do a little bit more on this. The nice thing is, none of this is gonna move unless you know, a storm comes in and they have to move all the furniture. This isn't going anywhere, and the forecast is sun. So everything's gonna stay. And I can always come up tomorrow and finish off the sketch. So that's great about sketching things, like sketching items and not people, because the stuff's still going to be here tomorrow. So I can always come back. But let me get working and I'll show you how it looks when I'm done. So I've pretty much finished my sketch in the pencil stages. The fountain is a little confusing around here, so I don't think I'm going to come in with the wall. Might just kind of come in with some of the tile and the fountain and then just break it off there, and then that's usually when I'll like write something about what was going on and what we're doing today and stuff like that. So basically when I get lazy and I don't want to draw anymore, I'll go, that would be a great place to put some text. So my watercolor set, I got this from Ken Bromley in the UK. I made the mistake of doing this. You can take this tray out of here, but when you close this up, all these little paints will go flying. So you can take it off like this, like if I'm painting like this and I want to save a little bit of space where I'm working, you can do that, but before you close it up, make sure you put this tray back on and close it up. See, it covers the paint, and then this goes over the top. So because this area allows for this tray, if you take this tray out, oh, you've got a nightmare on your hands. So I discovered that the hard way when we were here last time. So Scott and the girls are on the way to the restaurant for breakfast. This is as far as I got. And usually at this point I'll go in with my marker and then just start getting the lines in, and then I'll go back in with more detail, because at this point it kind of gets a little mushy. And you can see that I go in with a little bit of line and stuff, and then I get more definition, and then I'll go in with some more color. But I just wanted to kind of lay down the color. I just got up and dropped my water brush. I almost left it on the carpet there. So you gotta watch what you're doing when you're sketching, when you're on the go. So Scott and the kids are down here for breakfast. I'll show you a little bit of what I'm seeing. If you want to see more of this vacation we're having, it'll be on my other vlog, my little pink cottage. And it's a gorgeous resort. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me just see if I can find my family. I don't know if they're here yet or not. There's the restaurant. And they're not in line there yet. All right, let me go find them. See ya.